It is.
What are the highlights for you from the Consumer Electronics Show?
There are tons of things to talk about. There's tons of 4K TVs, VR headsets, car technology like self-driving cars, drones, and wearables. But instead of hitting those mainstream ones you're going to hear a lot about over the next couple of days, I picked out 3 that are particularly kind of odd, interesting, and fun.
What do you got?
Okay. So first one, digital shoes. So you remember we were talking about not too long ago with the Back to the Future day about the shoes that would lace themselves.
Right.
Well, these are essentially those shoes. They're called made by a company called Digisole, and they connect to your phone. Not only do they self-tighten once you click a button on your phone, but they have a heater built into the shoes.
Oh, I need these.
So you can go up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit in your shoes, and if you have the heater on the whole time, the heater only lasts 5 hours on the battery life. But if you don't, it lasts about 2 weeks. As far as the battery life in there, and you get additional sensors like walk counters that are really accurate, pressure counters. But it's just really interesting that there's not only self-tightening shoes now, but they also have a heater in them for the winter.
You know what, though? It gets to a point where people are just kind of getting lazy if they can't tighten their own shoes.
I tend to agree. They can't take the time to bend down.
All right. What's the name of that thing? What's that called?
Again, those are by a company called Digisole.
Digisole. All right, yeah.
And you should see them out around September for about $450 a pair.
Oh, my.
Well, at least it's for a
pricey.
pair, at least not for one.
Yeah, for a single one.
All right, what else you got?
Moving on, the same sort of wearable kind of interesting things is a company called Belty. And it is literally a self-tightening belt.
Here we go again.
So you put the belt on,
America
you go.
doesn't need they need a self-loosening belt.
Right,
belt,
exactly.
yes.
Well, I think it can do that too. So they thought ahead. So again, kind of the same sort of vein of interesting sort of wearables that probably no one needs, but it's kind of fun, and that's what CES is all about. Crazy gadgets.
And how much does the self-tightening belt cost?
$400, bro. What? And it'll be out in December. So again, a little bit ridiculous, but that's again what you see when you go to
fun.
CES.
All
You
right.
see crazy, wacky gadgets.
All right, and this last one is really cool.
This last one's amazing. So what you'll see if you're watching the stream right now is we have a couple of our first real employees down at CES, and this is a 3D scanner for humans. So basically, or for any large object. So in the video, basically, we have one of our employees step in a 3D scanner. The system essentially spins around them.
Kind of like you do at the airport.
Yes, exactly. Just like that. And within 10 seconds, they have a 3D model that's perfect of the individual.
Now, what do you mean a 3D model?
So it is a complete representation of that person in a 3D model like you'd have in a video game. So it'd almost be like a video game character. But what they allow you to do is then immediately 3D print an action figure of you or your family if you're standing together. So instead of having a picture, you literally have a little action figure that could be on your mantle.
Now
that's
that
all of
is
you in
cool.
full color and in really high resolution. Even to the point to which our employee that got scanned, our boss noticed when we were looking at the scan that you could see his phone in his pocket. Because it's that level of detail.
You sure it was his phone?
I really hope so.
Hey-o.
So, but it's one of those things that it's coming down the line, and if you
So a 3D scan,
Yes.
you scan yourself,
Yes.
and then you can print that 3D scan of yourself.
and this service basically they offer the scanning and the 3D printing. So instead of taking a flat family picture, you can have a family sculpture, a 3D print, basically of your whole family.
I don't know what the application of that is, but when I first heard of GPS in your phone, I was like, what do you need that for? And now it's revolutionizing the
without
world.
it. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I'm certainly not going to tell you that there's no need for that. but-
Well, think about not only scanning people, but scanning anything. So like the ability to scan a room or to scan a product and then recreate it or save that information. Or even like you think archaeology, instead of having to take pictures of it, they scan an artifact and then they can
Or
study
you know what? If you
There's
need
lots of
if you need a heart valve, I know that they're doing a
Exactly.
lot of this stuff with 3D printing.
Exactly.
So you can scan the hole you need to fill, and then you can just sort of print the piece,
Exactly.
and then it'll be a perfect fit into wherever you want to put it. You know, whatever you want to hole
So
up.
quick scanning technology like this is coming very fast, and it'll be like you said, a different features when it gets to consumers.
What about this folding TV? Have you seen the TV that
The
looks...
rollable TVs.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of, I've been to about 5 CESs myself, so I'm glad not to be there this time. But we've seen that for the last couple CESs, these OLEDs, organic light emitting diodes. It's a new type of technology. You've actually probably got it in your phones. If you have a modern phone, the screen is OLED.
Right.
But the problem has always been making them large. And so now they're finally getting to the point where they can make them TV size or they can make them screen size. And one of the amazing things, because it's self-emitting light, you don't have a backlight, meaning you can do things like roll it into a roll or unroll it. Or I've even seen Sony had a band, a wristband, where the wristband goes all the way around and it's a screen the whole way. And so that sort of
So
tech.
it's a bendable TV.
I've even seen that sort of tech in clothing. So it's coming very fast where your Nike logo will sit there be playing in your shirt.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Larry Stenneback from First Rule of Film Tech Talk segment right here on the Big 550 KTRS. Thanks, buddy.